Hello and welcome to Rooted in Yad, where I talk about what it's really like living in Jamaica so that you can know what to expect and how to thrive if you are planning to make the move here. And today we are getting into some things I think you should know before sending a barrel to Jamaica. Essentially, I guess this is the process. My last videos were to help you decide, I don't know, things like what to ship versus what to carry, how you can pack your items, what to bring with you like on the first trip, things like that. If you missed those videos, the links will be in the description for them. But today I want to get into what I think you should know about packing barrels and kind of the process for that. And although you can take notes for information, definitely take notes. Better yet, you can take notes, or if you don't want to leave this video, just leave a comment of what your notes are, the most important things are, because when people come and watch this video, they're going to look at the comments and they're going to be like, they're going to be able to see a summary. You can do that if you want, but I am going to be creating a freebie probably by the time this video goes out that kind of outlines this information, or some of it. So if you're interested and the link is there, then you can grab the freebie from my site, and the link will be in the description. Okay. So firstly, the first thing I want to cover is why you might want to even send a barrel. I know at first I tried to avoid that because the process, I had never sent a barrel before, and the process seemed kind of, I don't know, scary or foreign. And it kind of felt like it was going to be a hassle, which I guess it kind of still was a hassle, but it ended up being quite helpful. It ended up being worth it to send a barrel. Now you may want to send a barrel or a couple of barrels because it can allow you to do a couple of things. It can allow you to bring more of your stuff without having to worry about a weight restriction or whatever from an airline. And since there's no weight restriction, it may end up being more affordable for you to pack up the barrel and send it rather than pay the overweight fees and all of that. And then, there's also more space in it. There's also more space in the barrel. So if the item isn't going to fit in your suitcase, it will probably fit in the barrel. But then the next thing is that you can bring items with you in the barrel that you wouldn't be able to bring with you on the plane. It would either be inconvenient for you to bring on the plane, or you just can't bring it with you. If you're bringing something with a battery that is too big, it goes over what the airline, the restricted whatever for the airlines, it's restricted, or if something will be too heavy or inconvenient to carry on the plane with you, or if something is a bit too long, or if it's a little too pointy, like when I brought my movable TV stand, that pole's kind of long, so it was easier to put in the barrel, or the weed whacker, easier to put in the barrel, or the tools we brought, they were too pointy. I think they were allowed on the plane, but they were I don't know, those tools, we just put them in the barrel. We saved ourselves a headache and put them in the barrel. At least these were the reasons that we decided to send barrels. Now, I want to talk about the process for sending barrels and what I think that you need to know, especially if you've never sent a barrel before. So if you decide to ship a barrel and you will be the one picking it up, which you would need to be for the exemption limit, you would need to be present. I'm going to mention this later. You're going to get an exemption limit, but you would need to be present for that. So if you are shipping the barrel and you are being present, which, as I said, you would need to be, you will need a TRN, a Jamaican tax registration number. It's kind of you can kind of think of it as a SIN number, like the social insurance number, I guess for Canadians, a social insurance number, or the social security number. It's kind of like that, but not really. It's not something you need to hide. This is the TRN is something that is used for any form of business related stuff. You're even going to need it to set up your utilities, right? It's completely free to get, by the way. It's completely free to get. You don't even need to be a Jamaican resident in order to get it. But you will need a TRN in order to receive the barrel. At minimum, if not you having a TRN, then you need to have a Jamaican here who would be the receiver and could give you their information, and they'd give you their TRN and everything, so that you can send the barrel and receive it, or have them receive it, or receive it with them. Now, when you go to send the barrel, there's going to be two things that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to fill out a form, and that's where you're going to put the TRN. You're going to put it on the form, and then you're going to need to write certain information directly on the barrel, preferably in permanent marker. So on the barrel, you're going to need to write sender information and receiver information. So you're going to write from your name, your full name and your address. And then you're going to write to, and then you're going to put the full name and the address of the person receiving the barrel. And you want to ensure that their name matches their identification documents, like their driver's license. So you can just, I don't know, have them send you a picture of it, and then you put that information on the barrel. And as a heads up, you can actually put as many receivers on the barrel as you want to, which I didn't know. That's something that typically I feel like the shippers don't really tell you. Our shipper told us, but typically I feel like they don't really say anything. So if you know people here, or you have family here, and these persons will come, they will go to the wharf with you, then put their names and their addresses on the barrel. It's also good, I think, to have multiple names on the barrel, like in case one person can't come with you, right? So you have another person who can. I mean, I guess you can do it all by yourself, right? But it's going to be much easier to navigate the process with someone from here who knows what to do. But also, that's kind of, I don't know, the Jamaican way. Like, it's more difficult to do things here by yourself. It's better and much easier to know people, and you're going to have to get to know people anyway. It's just going to be easier just to help you navigate the process. Now, something I do want to mention is that I want you to ensure that you put your name on the barrel as well, not just from, but also as the receiver, because the wharf, if you don't, they might not let you in. Like, I don't know, they're gonna say something like, if your name is not here on the barrel as the receiver, you can't come in, or something like that. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough that I'm aware of it, because it happened to us one time. My name wasn't on it, but luckily my husband's name was. So they didn't let me in. I had to go wait in the car. Luckily, we had a car for me to wait in. Otherwise, I'd have to be uncomfortable sitting out there waiting however long. But yeah, ensure you put your name as also the receiver. If you don't have a Jamaican address to put on the barrel, that's okay. I think you can just put the name of put the address of wherever you're staying in Jamaica. But just ensure that your name on the barrel matches the name on the identification documents that you have. Yeah, I haven't been to the wharf in quite a while, but I'm fairly certain you'll need to show them your ID. Yeah, and just so you know, by the way, if you are actually planning to move here soon-ish, I am offering one-on-one help. What I'd like to do first, though, is give you a free 15-minute Jamaica readiness call. So it's just a quick chat to kind of figure out like what your goals are, or see what your goals are, or what support that you might need. So if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Okay, now another thing that I think that you should know about shipping the barrel, or the process for shipping barrels, is that when you ship through a company in your country, you're just shipping through them. You're not receiving through them as well. Usually not. What's going to happen is you have the shipping company you're shipping through, and then there's the broker that you need to pick it up from. So you're going to buy the barrel or barrels, right? Then you're going to ship your barrel through the shipper, and then you're going to have to go to the broker here in Jamaica, right? You're going to have to go to the broker that your shipper works with in order to receive the barrels. Like you can't just send through a shipper to Jamaica. Like, as I said, there must be a broker. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you can avoid doing this entire process I'm talking about altogether, and have the barrels shipped straight to your door in Jamaica. There are people who do that, but just be aware that it is costly. And to me, I find that the cost is not worth it. To some people, it's worth it, but I think you save a significant amount of money doing the process yourself or with someone that you know. Okay. That is it. I hope that you found this information helpful or informative, or at least entertaining. If you did, do hit that like button to let me know, and definitely leave a comment. And if you are someone who's planning to move here, please don't leave without getting your freebies. The freebie I mentioned is not just the only freebie I have. I have a whole bunch, including a calendar, a Jamaica calendar that has like the typical seasons, the events, the holidays, things like that, just to help you for when you are planning your trip to Jamaica. So if that's something you're interested in, the links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. I also do want to mention that if you want even more support outside of like my free stuff, I do have some resources that I think you'll find very helpful. So the first is, if you're moving here soon-ish, or like, you're preparing, you want to come here and you're kind of preparing for it, I am offering one-on-one support now, okay? If you feel you need more hands-on guidance, you want to ask me some questions directly, I am offering one-on-one support. So I'm offering one-on-one support through voice notes on WhatsApp. So you can send me voice notes and I answer you, or we can hop on a call. It's like an hour-long call, and you ask your questions and what have you. It's kind of like a relocation consultation. They are relocation consultations is what I'm offering. So if that's something that you're interested in, the link will be in the comments and in the description. However, I mean, you can just book them, but I would prefer if we have a quick chat first. It's a free chat, only 15 minutes, but it'll kind of help me understand like what your goals are and then what type of support you actually might need. Because maybe you think you need like a full hour-long consultation when it's, I'm like, hey, we can probably just go back and forth about this in voice notes. Or, maybe you think, oh, I need I just want the voice notes. And I'm like, I think I could give you all your answers in 1 hour. Why don't we do the hour thing? So yeah, if you want to have like a quick chat, you can book if you want to book, sure. But if you want to have a quick chat, which is what I would prefer, the links will be in the comments and in the description. The next thing I have for you, if you're like, hey, I don't need any of that one-on-one support, I just want information, I have a Moving to Jamaica starter guide. At the point of me creating this video, it is still available for early access for only $10, but you're getting a bunch of information. Parts 1 and 2 are done, but you're getting a bunch of information, like things like what to do before you land, apps to download, what to do when you land, setting up utilities, information about transportation, banking, etc. There's a lot of information, and there's a table of contents, so you know exactly what you're getting, and also what you will be getting in parts 3 and 4. So that is there as well. Again, it's only $10 for the early access version. The price will raise when the guide is done, so get it early if you're interested. And the last thing I want to mention is my Clarity Workbook. So this is if you're questioning kind of if Jamaica is right for you or aligned with you, or maybe you don't even know what you want. Maybe you don't know what you want. This workbook can help you kind of figure that out, because the workbook is the process that I have used and still use to figure out what I want out of life, which is what led me to Jamaica, and that's why I created the workbook. And people have told me they've gotten it and they've told me they found it helpful already in figuring things out. I had one person, a subscriber, maybe she's watching this, who got this workbook because what she was going through prompted me to make the workbook, and she was here in Jamaica and she sat on the beach and was going through the workbook. Yeah, if that's something that you want, it's there, available. It's only $5. It's cheap, accessible. So if that's something you want, if you want any of these things, the links will be in the pinned comment and in the description. In the meantime, I very much appreciate you being here. If you do like this video, do subscribe so that you don't miss what's coming next. And I'll see you in the next one.